day, happy Shabbat, Ekushe button. Anywhere you are, Ekushe button. Yes, a quick one here. I just finished watching a video now from Sister Deborah. Yeah, and before I go out for the music, as I used to, I just want to put a quick addition on my own channel. For the people who also are concerned, that hasn't got the, maybe to know other channel that know this place, because it's different places for different people, right? So yeah, this afternoon, I met a sister, not met, she's got a daughter in the school of my kids, and she was coming from the GMAT. She's a Yoruba like me. She's coming from the GMAT, where they pray, every Friday, the Muslims, and we started talking on the way today to the school. And I was like, okay, how is it? And she said, well, she's coming from the prayers. And I was like, okay, what language do they pray there? He said, well, it's Pakistani GMAT, so they use their Pakistani language, And I've never been so used to that, because I'm thinking, all the prayers they make in Islamic, anywhere in the world they make them in Arabic. But it's not so. It's not so. She made me understand that in Africa, some Africa start, they use their own language to make the prayers. And she's really against that. Like, why should they use, why don't they? Because God has made it. Me, I was even saying, oh, maybe they think it's not right to make, to make other people language the language that they're gonna be, praying to God. After all, So she's like, no, it's not man-made, but God has sent this religion, but through, So at the end, I'm like, okay, God understand all languages, yeah. So it would be also nice if everyone can pray. I mean, me, I'm a Yoruba man. I speak 4 languages right now. I speak Yoruba, I speak English, I speak Swedish, and I understand and speak French. Okay, so in 4 languages I can pray to God because I understand. I know He will hear me. So anyway, to make it quick, what I'm just saying is, at the end of the conversation, I pinpoint out that I was born a Christian. Okay, for since 8, even more than 10 years, I don't maybe go to church anymore, but I love the Bible more since I stopped going to the churches. I understand the Bible better, and I live a better life as a child of the Most High. Because why? Things became very clear to me, and I know what the Most High demand of me, which were never told me in the Christian churches on Sunday. At least, for example, churches, they operate on Sundays, but in the Bible, I don't find any Sunday there. To start with, the commandment is to be obeyed, because Christ Himself obeyed those commandments. So He doesn't exclude anybody, But after all, we didn't have time to, she picked a kid, and I had to pick mine children, and but the next time, then I talked to her about the Putin Russian icon revelation. Many of our people didn't even know this, They don't know, they didn't know this, and this has become my home point of reference to even preach, Glory to the Most High, because you have to. There's no need to make people to preach to people what they will not understand. Thank you guys for coming around. What would they will not understand if I start to preaching? The thing about the gospel also is it fits into all time. Okay, it fits into the next generation. It fits into years coming by, because why? It's the word of the Most High. Most High has made it everlasting. But the religions of the world will not fit into time everlasting. Why? Because they are all man-made. They are not from the Most High. So Most High made His own thing to fit into the next. So if anything happened today, for example, when they start the bombing in Palestine, it got the way I had to. By the Spirit of the Most High, I had to start to talk to people in reference to what they can see and what they can, what's happening is actuality. The Torah is actuality. It's a news, everyday news. What's going to happen tomorrow is already written, yesterday. That is the power of the Messiah, because he knows tomorrow. He knows beyond tomorrow. Yeah. So I thank God for that. So that is my point of preaching now. And to just make this thing, because like I said, I went to that video because if I'm gonna go to make, to play music in town now, it's 10 o'clock in the night. This is what the Messiah has given me. I have to make it happen. I love it. I enjoy it. And people are vibing to it. And why not make people happy for the time they spend outside? And if there is any case, something out positive, always looking for the goodness of the people, Yes, the Torah also points, live in peace with everybody as long as it's left to you to do it. So that's what we're doing, right? So before I go now, honestly, every time I say I'll be coming, every time I don't come, but hey, pray for me. I have things to say. I love these things. I love the Most High, and I know you love Him, and everyone wants the truth. So concerning all of you and all of us, okay, what are we going to do now? We want a Yoruba nation. We want Igbo nation. It's almost like this is becoming a trap. I'm not saying we shouldn't do it. I've said this a couple of times ago that, okay, in every place the black people are going through a struggle, okay, that's absolutely, is not easy for us to escape them. We've been in struggle all the time. But remember that time when we were, Extra was rebuilding the temple after coming back from Babylon. When they said that Sambalat and the other guys were coming to kill them, you know what they did? They were building and they had a sword in the hand. Some were guiding in case there's any attack, and some were building, and everything was finished. Okay, so we have to adapt the same tactic now. I mean, we don't have any physical sword, We have not because our weapon of defense and fighting is not man-made, it's not kind of stuff, is the most high word that can actually destroy, the seen and unseen, is mighty, So yeah, so what are we doing? Because I still look at many of our people, they seem very far, from the truth. They seem very, very far from the actuality. Macron was talking in that Sister Deborah's video that they're going to, because Europe is dying, they have a plan to go recolonize Africa. That is expected, brothers and sisters. That is actually expected. That is not, for me, even if they don't have any reason to do that, they have to do it. Why? Because, thank you, Mama. Why? Because now Putin had made everybody even understand, which is good for us. Because as we always read in the Bible, I love ODUDUWA. ODUDUWA is King David, I love him because the Bible says, and they put the battle array. I love that. They put the battle, they start the combat. So you can hit first before you get a first attack. It cuts deeper, if it's targeted strongly, So before these people get to it, what are we doing? Okay, we have to have these two sword stuff. When are we going to direct our spirituality to the main thing? Many of us don't even understand what Putin is saying. Putin is telling us that the black people are the Christ. And I've said this many times, not because I learned it also. I wasn't born with this knowledge, but I seek to understand. And the Most High make me press the button to get to where I will understand. And I see people making people to learn, and I put my heart to understand. And it made me understand the Yoruba people is the language of creation. That is our power recreation. That is that word that the Most High have used. Okay, not to put ourselves, not to hype up ourselves in front of our brothers, because nobody wants to, we're still at that level. Except Most High come and say, Judah shall go first, and everybody will shut up, and that will come, But let's keep it cool, So what I'm saying, just running everywhere, brother. I will have to do this a lot, so things can go organized. I will have to do this a lot. I'm missing my word and things, But anyway, bear with me, okay? Bear with me. It's been a long time. I don't talk often anymore in front of camera. So bear with me with the time. Bear with me with everything. It's running to 9 minutes now. I'll try to make it as good as I can make it. Now, all the Soros are the talkers of our Yoruba nation and the Ashanti nation and the Benin nation and the Igbo nation. Okay? What are you doing to bring these things to the knowledge of the people? I heard Sheun Kuti was talking about Igboho the other day, okay, but Igboho he didn't tell anybody to bring him. He was just defending his own people, Sheun inclusive, and they went to keep people in his home. So you can't compare Igbo to Kanu. These people, the Igbo people, they had the money to buy weapons. They defended themselves with weapons, which is not bad. I mean, they had to do what they had to do, but we don't even have the collectivity. We don't have the money. We don't have the resources to pull ourselves together in ideas or whatever. The one we're using, and they still want to kill people. If they have got him that day, and mind you, they didn't even catch Igbo like a chicken. Believe me, Igbo is a free man. That showed you that God really gave him power. It's in Yoruba land now, so you can't compare Igbo to Kanu. No, they're incomparable in any level, at any time. You cannot, and that showed you that the Yoruba people is still ahead in that spirituality game, man. We're still ahead in any one of it, why? Because we are the creation itself, Oyo Iwa is the language you spoke is this language. Ọ̀rọ̀ tí ń bá yín sọ, èdè tí ń bá yín sọ yìí, olófin ó ní Jehovah, ẹ̀yin ní Jehovah, ó ní Jehovah, and it be. Okay, let it be Jehovah. Okay, so our people should start to understand this spirituality and what we shall do before Macron, now whatever his name is, and his friend come down. I believe that Africa is the valley of Jehoshaphat the Bible is talking about, not Israel, because at a point in time everyone is running away from Israel, and I don't see, even if all the Russian everyone is in Israel or whatever, I don't know, or the airplane, okay, to make but that place is gonna be bombed with fire. Where would everybody run to? They will run into Africa at the least, and Europe is dying according to Macron. So they're taxing us so to ground us here, but the Most High shall lift a standard against them. If we perish, if it's a will for us that we die, we die. But He will give us that strength to even go all the way to put our neck on it. Okay? And if He wants us to live to see the coming of our Lord, we shall be happy even to rejoice in that seeing it. So this is our joy. What have we've not enjoyed this world. From the day they gave back to us, is suffering upon suffering. They setting stumbling block upon stumbling block. Every day is a day of pain. Every evening is an evening of pain. Everything is pain. And mind you, if black people can put their heads together and stop to work it to fight somewhere, you see that this economy will collapse. And once it collapses, they won't have anything to show their true intention if they come against us. One-on-one, what shall we do? We have to defend ourselves. We have to defend ourselves. What shall we do? It's self-preservation. We want to live. They don't want us to live. They got all the power. They got all the things. But we have the Torah. We have the base, because what is pleasing to the Most High is made known to us first before anybody. And if they cannot respect that and cool down, and they're going to be attacking us with taxes, they're going to be attacking us with different things every day, well, we look up. Our salvation is from up. They don't have anything to live for. So all this is expected, So they're going to move to the Valley of Jehoshaphat. The Russia will go there. The Kuwait will go there. The Arabs will go there. Everybody will move to because Jehoshaphat, that's Joseph. And Joseph was a prince in Egypt. The Valley of Jehoshaphat. Joseph was a prince in Egypt. So Joseph equals Jehoshaphat in the ancient Yoruba. Okay? So that place is where they're going to meet up. Russia will be there. Americans will be there. EU will be there. China is already there. Who again? Israel will be there. Why? Because it's going to bring them down there to do what? To give them a baptism of fire. Yes. To give them a baptism of fire. They will do what they have to do. But let us get close to the Most High. We're fighting two ways now. We're building ourselves, but spirituality of man is the most important thing. If we are not spiritual, according to the word of Most High in Yoruba Nation, we're still going to get it and fall flat again. Some yama person will come and rule and destroy the whole thing we fight for. It's always been like this. But let's get our spirituality first. In what God? You can't get a nation without having a God. When Moshe went to Pharaoh, Pharaoh was asking, what God sent you? Which God? On what God are you? On behalf of what God are you coming to me to set these slaves free? He's our father. Moshe is a Yoruba man. He spoke Yoruba at least. Yes, Abaori was his language, which is the language I speak to you right now. Moshe, I brought him out forth. Okay? So when he went to that man now, He came with a stronger, more stronger, and they test the power directly right there. Because Moses said, he won't let you go, but put this rod on the floor. When he put it, it became snake. Then the magician did their own. And after the Moses speed it up, they couldn't cope. You see, it was in that name that he got order out there. But had it been Moshe went there with Islam God or this Sunday business and say, I come in the name of Sunday church, and from this Pentecostal church I come. You just have to hit him with a baton on his head. But he came in the name of Oyoiwa of Isheriala, and we were freed. So the same thing we're going through right now. Now we have to start to preach this to all our soros. The Yeyedaras, the Omolukas, the this and that, the other one. Let's get our spirituality first right now. If Putin has put it down there that the black Messiah will rule, we be the ruler, we be the one protecting Russia. From that day he put that thing up. Russia on Shomokeke, Russia, that is Putin okere no aye. And Yoruba is okere ninu tribe. Yoruba is Judah. Yoruba okere ninu tribe. Let the Igbo people continue with that. They don't even have kings. They have obis. Who cares? No one read the Torah. We have the kings. We have the prophets. And everyone knows that. So we're still standing upon that. Our prophet should write right now. Tell people to start to keep these laws, the Sabbatic laws. Close those Sundays on churches. Turn them back to Sabbath. Start to circumcise. Keep the Sabbatic circumcised. We are circumcised people. That's our spirituality. Otherwise, these people will turn the battle, and before you know it, they will disown everybody. Because the goal is not even that Europe is dying. They're killing meat. You understand? Why? Because the devil must rule. And for him to rule, he must rule with confusion. And for confusion to happen, he has to make the whole world to sin. Because that is the motive. If he doesn't make us to sin, Most High will not hate us. He won't go make us to suffer. But because he can make us to sin and follow the things that are normal, then he sold us out. I think you're getting it now. So the only people who can stop him is us, the black people, by preaching this word of redemption to people and say, stop to sin, stop to sin, stop to sin. When people stop to sin, he has no more power. So let's tell our people to stop to sin. And sin itself is the disobedience to the law of the Most High. Okay? Sin is the disobedience, so thou shalt not have any other God before me. No Sunday school, no mashalashi, no ye bariba. But Sabbath and the laws and baptism of Christ and doing what the Most High wants us to do. Easy, quiet. It doesn't cost us money. It costs us to give our heart to love the Most High, to do His will. That's how we're going to be saved, my brother. There's no amount of talking on internet, no amount of, freedom fighting, guns and bullets or whatever. That can set no man free. These people have the weapon they are ready when Christ will come, they will face him with guns. So to tell you, who are you? That you are not even Christ. When Christ comes, they are ready to face him with guns and machine guns. The Son of the Most High, they're ready, they're waiting for that. Okay? So, family, thank you for coming. May the Oyoiwa bless us. I pray that our people will understand, and the people who love the truth also in every tribe of the world, white, black, Arab, who know this truth and following it, that the Most High save you and your family, that your salvation will be precious to him and also as well, so that at the end we will sing Moses' song with the saints, with the elders. Okay, have a nice Sabbath. Pray for me so I'll keep coming with words that Most High has put in my mouth. I hope this was a resounding peace into your heart. And I pray that you have a wonderful Sabbath. It's a festival tomorrow of the first fruit. I got to know that. If you know how to feast the first fruit was when our fathers were taken into Israel. So the first fruit that grow, they make a sacrifice to eat. That is tonight actually, to tomorrow evening. the first fruit. Anyway, every Sabbath is a festival for us. Okay? Bless you in the name of Oyoiwa. Amoini. Amon.